is a working theater. What does that mean? From morning till midnight, there are students in the theater who have to do everything from building sets to designing lights, putting gels in lights, to going through the makeup cabinet and ordering items that are needed for a specific show, to actors who might be in corners rehearsing here, there, and yon, to dancers moving on stage practicing their routines. There's always something happening in this theater. And very often it's by the same people who feel that they need that expertise of learning what the other areas might provide. And we give them that opportunity to be exposed and come to understand the various aspects of performing arts. And that's what we live for, applause. Because we know if we've done the job well, both as teachers and as performers, then that is the grand reward. A sense of artistic accomplishment and a sense of appreciation from the audiences that we serve. Now, I'm the drama teacher, so I have a lot of fun in the drama performance courses because we usually start off with a kind of overview of what the theory and personnel might be in a particular area, and then we get very specific and try to apply the specific science, if you will, of that area to what it means on stage in a performance. Costuming, for instance. We do a little bit of costuming history. We come to understand some of the basic technical information that you need in costuming. And then the students have an opportunity to work on an actual production where they start with character interpretation analysis and move on to actually researching and designing costumes for a particular show, a particular time period. The final step, of course, is actually building the costumes. Now, that approach is pretty much how we do all of our arts kind of education in our performing arts program. We make sure students understand the world that they have to be a part of and then find ways to execute their efforts on stage. And the acid test always is what it looks like on stage and does it work? It's really nifty here because, you know, undergraduates don't usually have a chance to do the kind of work that we expect of our students. We want them to leave our program, be ready to go out there and from start to finish, know how to put a program together in their specific area. So there's a lot of that hands-on kind of training that happens. And you can see we have dancers behind us right now. Now those are not just dancers. I don't mean just dancers, they're also actors, they're also singers. The students have exposure to all of the areas and it makes a grand difference in their appreciation and understanding of what it takes to perform. A typical day for a UH-Hilo performing arts student might start off with some classroom work. They might spend an hour or so in a lecture class that gives a broad overview of one of the specific areas, but it doesn't stop there. They may take notes, but there'll be projects associated in that class, very specific activities, blocking a scene, which means the movement in a scene, perhaps choreographing a piece that is part of a larger production. There's always practical application. Then, of course, they have rehearsals scattered throughout the day. For instance, our one-act festival we just did, people were in our lobby rehearsing, in our dressing room, anywhere they could find a place, because many little events, theatrical events, were taking place. Then, of course, there are nighttime rehearsals and some weekend rehearsals. Yes, we live the life when you're in theater. But that's a natural kind of progression. You have to learn how to use your instrument, which is everything from your voice to your musculature to using your brain to make things happen. So we think the training is both inside and out. We welcome those who are intellectually fond of the theater because then they can find out about the practical side, and vice versa. Those who come with a lot of practical skills can find out about the theory and the intellectual application of what it really means. Everything from audience theory to understanding various historical events in the theater. It all comes together when we do our musicals.
Mrs. McCloskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore garage is the spot, but the 1,000 bucks we ain't got. Why, it's good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish.
Every aspect you can think of is part of a musical theater production. Actors, who are also singers and dancers in a musical, have to analyze characters. They have to understand the characters' motives. Then they're going to have to learn dance numbers that are part of a really well-conceived operation in the sense that the dances expand upon the stories of the characters' lives. And of course, the very definitive singing portion has to be very refined and right on.
Appetite, I got the horse right here.
So we love to do musicals here because it allows the students to find a culminating way to use their training in all three of the areas. And that really should be the goal for a performing arts major, is that they can find that flexibility to excel when all of the variables come together. And not to forget the people backstage. Without them, half of what we do wouldn't happen with such finesse. So they make sure the actor, singer, dancer is lit, is heard, can be seen. And then, of course, we've got our faculty working like crazy because we love what we're doing. We enjoy it. We come to know the students like family. We spend a lot of time together, and it's good quality time. We learn and grow together. And that's UH-Hilo.